Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up Podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up Podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up Podcast. Vosqueros Gang has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up Podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
I know that's a cliche, but we must win. We will win. Win is the name of game.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's 21, Armando. 21. And from the capital city of Texas, Austin, the Hill Country, is our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey. 520.
Stephen A. Smith will admit this team right here is legit, cause this is our year. This is our year. No wonder they be hating, cause this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard, we be that blue.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, welcome to the Monday night edition of the Cowboy Up Podcast. Hey, man, let me introduce the crew, man, from the Hill Country, the capital city of Texas. Awesome. It's our man, Retrofit Sports. It's my man, Rue. Hook 'em. What's up, baby?
Shoot, baby. I'm ready for them scum devils, baby. I'm gonna make you proud, Mike. We gonna make you proud, Mikey. We're gonna take them scum devils down, and then we're gonna be frying some duck, or we're gonna be fucking up some Buckeyes, baby. It is what it is.
That's what I'm talking about. And man, from the great state of Arizona, y'all know who he is. He's Mikey. 520. What's up, Mikey?
Yeah, it's beginning to look a lot like Mike McCarthy's gonna stay. Hey,
man, it's one of those things, man. I was thinking about that today, but we'll get into that, man. Well, look, man, 21 is doing this holiday thing like I am. Y'all can see I'm in a different surrounding. I'm in Texas. So I had to try to find somewhere quiet to do it. We missed the podcast last week because I was traveling. So we in Texas, man, and everything is all good here to see the family and everything. So we figured, hey, tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We figured, man, we would jump in here today, talk a little bit about the game, and then we're gonna really talk about us. I mean, how this gangster shit started. we gonna get into it tonight. I mean, all of us, we all gonna get into this. How this gangster shit started. Okay, on the Cowboy Up Podcast. But let's go around, man. So, Rue, man, how was your week? Well, I know how your weekend was, Rue, but how was it, man? How was your weekend, bro?
You know, I gotta say this, man. I gotta say this because it was a great weekend. Obviously, I took my ass to the game. My voice is still recovering from that, and you know, this has to be said. And I'm talking to all my Longhorn fans all around the fucking nation. We're not loud enough, man. We're not loud enough. And the reason I say that,
because you've been somewhere loud.
I don't know if it's just because of the stadium, because it ain't the people, right? Like 100,000 people in this building. I don't know if it's just because of the way the stadium's built. It used to be open. They closed in that end. They put in that Longhorn logo that you've seen. That didn't always used to be that way. It used to be a horseshoe stadium.
Yeah.
But man, dude, like I sat in almost the exact same spot I sat at Michigan. I'm field level, 7 rows from. I'm 7 rows from the field. Stupid deal on these tickets, which I was shocked. I got them at like a quarter of the normal price, which was crazy to me, but it was what it was. I was happy to have them. But when we got loud, like it was loud, right? Like it was loud, but it wasn't Michigan loud. It was not.
Oh man, you're
deafening loud.
You're perpetuating stereotypes right now,
bro. It killed me, bro. Like you don't understand. When we went to Michigan, and I'm telling you, it didn't last long.
It
ended up just
it didn't
smacking that ass that day.
It didn't.
But those first like 7 minutes of the game, 8 minutes of the game, they were so loud that I was nervous because I was like, if they're like this for 60 minutes, this is great. This is otherworldly shit. Like I'm like, these people are gonna start an earthquake. It was that loud. Like Chris standing right next to me, and I'm loud. He can't hear me. I can't hear him. It wasn't like that for the first ever playoff game at Darrell K. Royal Stadium.
Do you think, Rue, because Clemson snuck in there, why it was like that?
They weren't really present. Like they were there. You know what I mean? Like they were there, but they were pretty scattered. Like they had a little section. You know what I mean? Like they had a little section of like some people. They were sprinkled. And it's hard to tell because they wear orange too. But
let me ask you a question. All right. You know what sucks with you guys playing at the Cotton Bowl for Oklahoma? But if you were ever to play Oklahoma in Austin, do you think it would get louder?
I think so.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. But I'm gonna tell you right now, Mike. I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't ever in the history of this game want that game to change. I want that game in the Cotton Bowl, at the real Cotton Bowl, every single year from now until the end of freaking time. That game's experience is you won't experience nothing like it. The fare, the food, the people, the fact that it's literally in the middle of Austin and Norman. We meet across the Red River. We'll see you in Dallas, baby. And Dallas embraces that because you look at downtown Dallas that week, ain't nothing but orange and maroon or crimson that day.
It's ridiculous.
Nothing but it.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful.
You smell the money.
Man,
I never change it. I would never change that environment ever. I love that.
But my question was, it wasn't.
I think yes, it would be louder because we would be. But it's like if you don't care about a playoff game, I mean, damn, like you know, like exactly. I think we knew we were gonna handle them. I think we knew. Second half scared me a little bit just because I wasn't super happy with our product in the second half, and I haven't been product happy. But they couldn't get out of their own way, and they just couldn't score when it mattered, and that's all that mattered to me.
I know. Hey, so Mikey, man, how was your weekend, brother?
Well, getting ready for obviously Christmas. You know what I mean. Let's get into this college playoff because you know what, we love the Cowboys. This is a Cowboy show, but we are a football show, and these three guys here, not to knock anybody else that's on the show, know their football and know what the hell they're watching, especially their college football. So not knocking anybody else that's on the show, knowing their shots, whatever. These games weren't necessary, bro. There was obviously one team that was supposed to be there and another team that wasn't supposed to be there in all the 4 damn games. All of them. Do you think there was a team left out that should have been in?
I honestly don't. And let me tell you why I say I honestly don't. Because, man, for years we only had 4, and we had that what ifs. It was only one dominant team this year, and that was Oregon, right? They went undefeated. They did what they had to do. Everybody else either had 1, 2, sometimes 3 losses, bro.
Shitty travel schedule.
It was, if people in the SEC is complaining about Alabama not getting there, Alabama was getting their ass kicked all year, okay? And just because they caught fire the last couple games don't mean they should stroll their ass in the playoffs. To me, it's a whole season. I believe Indiana deserved to be there. I believe SMU deserved to be there. I believe
if Alabama and Penn State in Penn State like that, that's something we would never have ever saw, and that would have been badass.
But Mikey, I don't want the playoffs to be just because they got a name. I want you to be there because you deserve to be there, bro. That's how I feel about it. We're
the goddamn Dallas Cowboys.
hold on, though, Mikey, because it was a couple times Alabama got in the playoffs and they shouldn't have been in the playoffs in those Final Fours. Okay,
last year
they shouldn't have been in there.
They did what they needed to do.
So and they put them in because their name is Alabama. Okay, now it's 12. You didn't do what you were supposed to do to get there. So quit crying. That's just my opinion.
My only thing on
I'm not crying. I just love this for sports.
My only thing on that, if you're asking me who's the better team, SMU or Alabama, who's going to give you the better product, the answer is Alabama. They would have given you a better game against Penn State than SMU would have, in my opinion. But you talk about those last few games, Chris, they sealed their fate when they let them boys up north fuck their ass up.
Yeah.
When they lost to Oklahoma in the fashion that they lost to Oklahoma, they didn't lose by a field goal. They got their shit pushed in. It was bad.
Damn,
it was bad.
Damn, Rude. It's Christmas.
It was an ugly game, man. It was an ugly game, bro. They got beat up.
Shit pushed in.
They got beat up. They did.
He watched blood in, blood out. He's around his family. He's around a bunch of Mexicans watching fucking blood in, blood out.
That's from training day. That's training day.
Yeah, no shit. My bad. See,
look,
I got a reference.
I know some. I'll give you some blood in, blood out later. Don't worry.
we touched that college football because we love football. Look, there's one thing about us. Hey, my wife get mad at me. She said, "You can watch pee-wee football. You can watch middle school football. You can watch high school." Man, when I got in town, the high school playoffs was going on because they go on all week here in Texas, right? Dude, I sat there and watched as much as I could because I love football, right? So, that's why, we are the way we are because, hey, man, when you say I seen Kyler Murray play in high school, I truly did.
That's awesome.
I truly did.
That's awesome.
I saw when
Kid went to my rival freaking high school. I had to watch him.
When Cedric Benson was at Texas, all these, even when what's the boy Quinn Ewers when he was at South Lake,
and he lost to that dude that played in Clemson.
Yeah. He went to Westlake. Cade Klubnik went to Westlake.
I saw Drew Brees in high school, bro.
Yeah.
Drew Brees and LaDainian Tomlinson played on the same team, right? No.
LaDainian played for Waco University, I believe it was Waco University, and Drew Brees played in Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, he went to Westlake.
Brees played where
he went to Travis. He went to Lake Travis.
Yes, Lake Travis, exactly. So, man, it's so deep here in Texas, man. Matter of fact, shout out to North Crowley, man, the 817, man. South Fort Worth, where your boy Tyler Smith, man, they won a state championship. Man, they put it on them boys, man. So hey, I think they had 12 D1s off the team. So
all I can really say, every single favorite covered. Everybody did.
Yeah.
Every favorite covered.
That's so degenerate. You're fucking betting on high school.
Dude,
every single favorite
Penny early. They gave him the Bucanas early. Dude, tomorrow is when we do this, not today.
But look, let's get into a little Cowboy, man. What about that? Y'all want to talk a little Cowboy football? Let's talk a little
I'm
Cowboy.
in on that.
Let's go.
Hey, man, let's do this, man. Shouldn't this be 5 for 5? Shouldn't this be 5 for 5?
Can I start?
You can. Go ahead, Mikey. Go.
So it's appropriate to say if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we would what?
Have a Merry Christmas.
All of us would have a Merry Christmas. So yeah. And you know what? Rue, as much as we hate the damn Commanders, we were rooting for the Eagles to win. What we want, no, as much as we hate the Eagles, we wanted the Commanders to win, but that was to our detriment. So if we were 5 of 5 and the Eagles would have won, we would have been in the mix.
Yeah.
Straight.
We'd be in the playoffs.
And we would have a road to the last game against Washington at home.
Yeah, because we had every team lined up to actually get where we need.
Really think about it. That's crazy. That's crazy.
But here's the thing, though, bro. I didn't want to win this game. I didn't. I was really hoping Baker was going to go down the field and do what he did all year and get the win.
Seriously,
I was really rooting for Baker Mayfield in this game.
Seriously, were at the game we had, the effort they put out. This game made me so proud of my team.
The only reason I wanted them to give it up at the end, number one, I want McCarthy gone. Yeah. Number two, now we have the 15th pick. And I really wanted to be like at the worst low teens, like 12, 13 maybe. Like I wanted a top 10 pick out of this draft because look, they played a great game. Jordan Lewis played out of his freaking mind. Jordan Lewis was my player of the freaking game. I love Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis is I don't know how he didn't get the sack at the end of the game. And Baker Mayfield's face was priceless after White fumbled that ball. But I'm telling you right now, I want McCarthy gone for the last 6 minutes of that game. Take a look at the last 6 minutes of that game.
Right.
Jordan Lewis gets the interception in the end zone.
There's some substance here. Listen, guys, listen.
We get the interception in the end zone. There's 4 minutes left in the game. There's 6 minutes left in the game. There's 6 minutes. What do they do on the first play? Throw a pass. You just saved them 50.
Hold on. Still stay with this. So look at Rue, you're right here, and you're in Jerry's office, and this is your compelling argument to get him out. This is it. You're talking to Jerry right now, Rue. This is what you're doing. Go.
The fact of the matter is this bum let you down in the last 6 minutes and yet again got bailed out by Mike Zimmer and his defense. Because what do you do with 6 minutes left on the clock? Your first play is a pass that goes incomplete, almost intercepted right off the bat. And then you do a run play, get yourself 2 yards, and then it's 3rd and 8. And it's like you have no balls at all. Because what do? You run the ball again. We get 5 yards, and we punt. Now Baker Mayfield's got the ball back with 5 minutes to go and all of his timeouts. So what does he do? He leads their asses downfield because Micah Parsons is so tired that there's literally a play where he doesn't even move. He don't even move. He literally just stood. He just kind of got up, put his hands on that dude pass. He's like, I need a break. Got dusted on the next play, touchdown. Here we go. And it's like, it's okay. You're up 9. I can forgive you for that. But now there's 4 minutes left. They have all 3 of their timeouts. And now it's time for you to game plan for these last 4 minutes and get me through and sink and lock in this win because my defense shouldn't see the field anymore. But what do? Another 3 and out. another 3 and out, and you do it so poorly that the Buccaneers only had to use 2 timeouts, and were able to leverage the 2-minute mark because you did nothing you did nothing before the 2-minute warning. You gave the ball away. You gave the ball away with 2 minutes to go to Baker Mayfield on the other side with 1 timeout left. And you got blessed. You got blessed with Jordan Lewis coming off the edge, wrapping up Baker Mayfield pulling a rabbit out of his hat and dishing that ball, fighting through. And I'm telling you right now, I might be a Longhorn fan, but I'm telling you right now, if you watch Baker Mayfield play football and you don't love Baker Mayfield, you don't know ball. That is one of the best guys to watch in the NFL today. I love his heart. I love his effort. And the fact of the matter is those teammates love that motherfucker. But at the end of the day, he dishes it off to White. You get the fumble from White.
Scum Devil, by the way. Scum Devil.
You get the fumble from White, and Mike Zimmer saves you again. You did nothing in that second half. We got 26 points in like the first 40 minutes of the game. You did nothing in the second half. Your offense went completely stale and stagnant, and the fact is you're still not running the ball. What's crazy about this game is that Cooper Rush can hang his hat on one thing. He beat a winning football team with less than 50 yards rushing on the day. That's the only thing, because Cooper played a great game. He was throwing dots in the first, but it was like it all just went away. It just stopped. Like the offense they figured us out and they just shut us down completely.
I go ahead.
Not for a fluke play from your defense, you lose this game. This man should have been gone after Green Bay. That's it.
I love you, Rude. Let's get on the side street.
I agree. Your question was about Mike McCarthy. Okay. My whole thing is I'm afraid now that he is coming back just because of what they're doing right now. But to me, this is why he should go, is because when you had your franchise quarterback and you had Michael Parsons when they were healthy and all that, in this first 6 weeks of the season, they look like shit. And that's the head coach for me. You can't have
that statement alone. Let me stir this shit up with that statement alone. Go ahead, are they playing harder for Cooper Rush than they were Dak Prescott?
I don't think so. I think they playing for damn contracts. That's what I think they playing for.
We saw a lot of different formations. We saw a lot of 4 wide receiver, a lot of bunch. It looked like Sean McVay was out there actually. They did this Ty Montgomery stuff, like stuff that we didn't see all year. And you know what? I think Mike McCarthy lost this game because he got pressured in talking into going into the run because it was working. It was working. He dotted him up all game. And I guess I knew we know we had to go to the run game. But what he was doing, taking him what they gave him, was moving the damn ball, wasn't it? And then
now I will say this.
Downfield, he was doing great. So I think
that third and six play to seal it, where they throw the screen to Jake Ferguson.
Hey, Vita Vea, dog.
That was just a brilliant play by Vita Vea. Vita Vea, when he hit him, I was like, what was that?
Hey,
he literally dropped back in the coverage.
It's a better play by Ferguson to hold on to that damn ball.
I thought he killed him.
He thought he died, bro. Did you see his face?
There's little things in this game that we didn't lose this game either. Yeah. We didn't do things to lose this game. Yeah. We did things to win this game. And I thought it was really funny because they interviewed Mike McCarthy before he went out. He said we had to get turnovers. What's the first thing Maris Luafel does? We didn't get it. Hey, dude, there's bright spots. Nick Vigil is coming out. Like before, when we didn't have Kendricks or somebody like Sean Lee or a middle linebacker, we would be screwed over. Vigil did a great job. Luafel is turning into a player. Like these are good things because we lost Damarian Overshown, which
the only thing that this tells me is that the only man on this staff that deserves to keep his job is Mike freaking Zimmer. He is the reason we are winning these games. I don't believe that it's Mike McCarthy. I don't believe it's by this defense or by this offense. It's the defense.
Players. It's the players. Because the players are the ones that win
and bro,
play the
this
game.
was a great game by a lot of young guys too. I mean, Marshawn Kneeling came alive in this game. Chauncey Golson had a sack.
Oh, Chauncey!
Jordan Lewis looked like a man possessed.
Hey, you know,
Darren
turning
Bland
into a player,
came up with Darren Bland taking that ball
Smith.
away was insane. Like it was a great game by the defense. It was a really good game by the defense.
Go, big fella, because we're eating all this up. Get it.
No, you're fine, man. Because I'm enjoying this. Because man, it was true. The only thing I wish that the Cowboys would do now is play all the kids. Play them all. As soon as they found out we was eliminated, I think every kid on the field should have been in the starting lineup. That's just me, okay? Because I'm enjoying the win. Because they played their ass off against Tampa Bay. Because Tampa Bay is fighting to get in the fucking playoffs. They have to win out just so they get in. Because you know that harder.
Well, that game cost them their seed.
That division. I'm sorry, guys. that division, man. You know, you can't. It's not two teams. It's going to be only one team make it. So whoever win that division is going. So
and then
Tampa Bay did that hurt them.
And then Tampa Bay lost twice to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Go ahead, y'all go.
No, go.
No, he's got to mute it for the noise. But no, and you're right, because them losing that game, they lost the 4th seed because of it. Now it's Atlanta in the 4th seed. And they have to win out and hope Atlanta loses a game. Because if Atlanta wins out and they both win out, Atlanta's in, they're out. This game was meant a lot to them.
Yeah, that's a big game between Atlanta and Washington. So both of them need that win. They both need it. They both need it. But man, I want to talk about the MVP of the Cowboys, Brandon Aubrey. Dude, when you sit there, you know, when you line up for 58-yard figures, you go get a beer. Oh man, he ain't made that. He ain't made that.
No. You know I'd be streaming, right?
Yeah.
My stuff cut off. I wasn't worried.
But bro, man, it's like this, man. It feels so good to have that luxury. But remember, like we said earlier in the season, it is to the Cowboys' detriment too, because they will start doing asinine play calling once they get over the 50. You know, in the first half, they
closed the first half right. They answered.
They actually did wonderful. But in the second half, they were just like, we're over the 50. Let's kick field goals. Come on, bro.
You know what's crazy? I'm surprised they didn't try for the 65-yarder with 7 minutes left, like 8 minutes left in the game or something. We had a chance at a 65-yarder. I was like, I know why they're not, because they're up
because
9.
it play into what he says.
They're up 9, but I guarantee you, if we were down, we're probably taking that field goal at 65 yards. I wouldn't put it past him, and I bet he'd make it. I wouldn't put it.
Donovan Wilson played his best game all damn year.
He did.
All year. All damn year. As much as I've been
Donovan
killing
Wilson
him,
was laying the wood for sure. He was laying the wood,
but legally, because there's that fine line, and it was. Yeah, I just can't stand Collinsworth when he acts like he knows the team and he just says some general bullshit, but that's not even here near there or whatever.
Announcers don't bother me just because, you know, when you don't see our team every week, you're just watching a film just to get ready for the game. But, you know, when you watch your team the whole year, you know about them. And that's the only thing about when you get those national broadcasts, it is what it is, man. Normally, I tell Cowboy fans, if you want to get a real commentary, just turn the radio on and match it up with your TV. Because these folks, you know, Brad Sham, they watch them every week.
Brad's dope. Though he works, he's Homerish, and then Babe is Babe. The Spanish broadcast is better.
I don't speak Spanish, Mikey. So
hey, ain't no better way for you to learn, because you're gonna know what he's saying. You're gonna know what he's saying, though, Chris.
And if you want to walk over here and catch some tamales down here too.
That's awesome.
Know what he's saying, though.
So man, did y'all know that our middle linebacker wasn't playing before the game? Because I had no idea Hendry was playing. Did y'all know? Because it was really quiet, And
I didn't see it until it happened.
When I was like, "Where's Kendricks?" I kept saying, "Where's Kendricks?" And I was just like, "Okay, I guess he ain't playing today." But they really didn't miss him. And also, man, even Joseph made an appearance. I keep saying
on his ass, baby.
I was just like, bro, you so big, man. You such a run. You should be that dominant run stopper that the Cowboys have. And then we finally see you, and to me, it's too little, too late. It just irritates me, but that's how it is, man.
He got old on us. He got old very fast. Yeah. Our boy Hoffman, you got to give him props. He's probably still icy right now. He saw Vita Vea and David all night, and they kept playing that game on him. That they kept the game on him the whole damn game.
That's going to be.
He held his own though.
Yeah, I think that's going to be his toughest matchup in these last 3 years he's been on the Cowboys. Because
Dexter Lawrence is, and then next week, who does he have next week? He has the kid from Georgia.
He got Carter.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah, Jalen Carter, and then he dude.
But I think he'll be fine with Carter. I think the power of Vita Vea, dude.
Vita's different, man.
If
Vita Vea is
that's
a
why I
different
asked you guys.
player. That's a different animal right there.
If he ever become a free agent, I don't care what he asked for. Dude,
I asked you guys that question earlier this year.
I said Vita Vea. I said it. Because, dude, man, he just takes up so much space, bro. He eats up so much space. You got to double him. You got to triple him. Dude, he is just a beast.
He has Cavante.
That's a career guy.
You said this earlier, Rue, about one of the plays that we ran. Stop running that damn fucking end around on first down that gets smelled out they know it's coming.
Every
time. You
time.
never read that shit.
I don't think that play has ever worked. That play has never worked.
One thing, and this is stirring the pot a little bit. Let me say one thing. Before this game happened, and our running game was good, we still ran it 20 times, which is, I give him props for sticking to it, even though it didn't work.
Right.
Jerry was implying that Cooper Rush is helping this running game by checking to it more. What do you guys think about that shit?
Dude, are you still listening to Jerry Jones? Honestly, I really could care less what Jerry Jones have to say about any football on
Damn, did you do that to me?
I could care less.
Goddamn, bro.
I could care less, bro, because we know it's bullshit. Okay, we know it, and just because what he says, dude, he talking out his ass anyway. I could care less.
The fact is, Jerry Jones went behind everybody back and went and brought Trey Lance on this team. Tell me why the fuck he's not playing. Like, I get it. Cooper's doing his thing.
He's right there with Oscar the Grouch.
But why on earth are we paying this man just to ride the freaking pine when it's perfect opportunity for him to come in and play?
But Mikey, we all right. Like I said though, Mikey. Once we found out once the Eagles, once the Commanders won, to me, he should have been in the starting lineup. He should have been in the starting lineup, man. Because look, the only way these kids can get better is to play, right? If Dak Prescott is there, he ain't gonna play. He's not going to.
But that says that he's gone.
They're not going to send him to. They're not going to send him to the Unified League. They're not going to send him to the USFL. I wish they would. Hey man, go play. We'll keep your rights. Go play there. Just play the whole season. Because man, I just like I know. To me, I hate counting people's money. Okay, especially NFL players.
He's only $4 million. But no, it's not like he's expensive.
But this is more or less what I want to say about that, Rue. You know how we big draft guys too, and there's always starters in the fourth round. There's starters in the first,
kill the fourth round.
Okay, so when you give up things for people who's sitting on the bench, it's actually your third stringer, not at a position where you'll get play. He's at a position where it's only one person gonna play, and that's it. So that's my whole thing with that, man. I just wish they just let them play, but it seems like they're not going to do it. So, hey, all right, man. I always forget this. So we'll start rude, man. What was your Cowboy Up moment of the game?
Man, it had to be the pick. The pick that Jordan Lewis got over McMillan in the end zone was incredible. The fact that he was able to get up, get his hand through that dude's arms and pull that ball out and essentially secure the win. It was incredible to me. I don't think you win that game without that pick.
Okay. Mikey, what was your Cowboy Up moment of the game?
It was Deron Bland, the seal.
The
Deron
seal.
Bland just having the presence of mind and just taking it. Because all you guys were like, what? Like,
Yeah.
what? Because, dude. Yeah. Giovanna was like, you thought they were going to lose. Like, yes, I said, shit, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. And, yeah. So I lost faith, and Deron restored it.
You had every reason to think they were going to lose. They had 2 minutes and a timeout. And he just marched down the field. Your defense has been on the field the whole second half. You had every reason
if you look
to
at
think
it,
we were going to lose
he had a drive of less than a minute with 7 plays, one that was 2 minutes, 11 plays, and he was just and you got to give that kid props. You got to give that kid props.
I'm telling you right now, Baker Mayfield's like my favorite player to watch right now. I love watching Baker Mayfield. He is incredible.
What Lawson did to Worse, that was awesome.
I really hope that the Buccaneers wise up and don't do what the Browns did. Keep this man, go get him a real O-line, because he doesn't have one, and go get him a weapon outside of Mike Evans, because he's working with scraps right now, and he's still lighting it the fuck up.
True. Well, my Cowboy Up moment, man, is always, man. If I could choose a Michigan player, I'm gonna always choose the Michigan player. Jordan Lewis, man. He just had a hell of a game, man, all the way around, man. I just enjoyed watching him out there making plays, and Jordan Lewis, not the INT, the blitzing off the field, man. Being a couple times he was man up with Evans too, coming off the corner with the blitzes. Hey man, he just had a wonderful game. So I'm saying Jordan Lewis, the Cowboy player of the game.
As a football fan, there was a lot of football romance in this game.
It was.
I don't know if you understand what I mean.
No, there was.
Mike Evans, and there's a big thing we're not talking about.
What's that?
CD Cedarius De Leon Lamb toughing it out. I don't care. When he took that roll, the double move, pass interference, caught it, got caught from behind, and did the roll, and went on his shoulder. I'm sorry. I know he's not him, but it looked the damn same.
CeeDee Lamb has proven that he is a top 3 wide receiver in this league. There might be 2 guys better than him. This man has 1,200 yards on the season without his quarterback. Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
And it's not like we have a plethora of weapons behind him. We don't. We have no run game, and we don't have a number 2 receiver.
We did have a run game. We did have a run game.
We have not had a run game all year. Is Rico going to crack 1,000? I don't think so.
Yeah, he is. I think so. We got 2 games.
Where's he at? 800?
900?
I don't know his stats. I don't have.
Hold on. Yeah, I think he can. Oh, can I get my steak back? Hold on.
He's going to need every last game to get there. He's close.
No, he said, can he get his steak back? Now, you've already lost that bet, bro.
Hell no. I'm going to need that, baby. I'm going to need that prime Wagyu beef, baby.
That's funny because I got a freaking whole rib roast right now, and it's drying up because I'm a smoker.
Go on and cut me 1.25 inches off that thing and send it my way.
Hey, and stuff like that, man, it's hard to predict if somebody's going to get hurt. You know what I mean?
That's why you put the caveat, and I did it.
Yeah, so that's kind of wild there, man.
But somebody with integrity would let it happen, but I'm not dealing with somebody with integrity. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? I missed what you said.
He talking about you. He's just joking.
What, because CD got 1,200 without his quarterback?
No. Basically, what he's saying is somebody with integrity would have let him out the bet because Cook got hurt.
Oh. I Nah, you was talking too much cash shit. I had to prove your ass
He
wrong.
was really emotional about it, wasn't he, Rue? He was really emotional.
He was
one of our
it.
most watched shows, by the way. One of our most watched shows.
He was on that one. He was like, you gotta pay up on that one. I'm sorry.
hey, that steak could be having that new house smelling real good in that joint. Huh?
Oh boy, it's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna throw that bitch on the Traeger, man. What's good?
You hit that R hard. He has 903 yards.
900 with 2 games left.
2 games left. So he might crack 1,000 in 17
Did you say
games.
might?
He might. He might. How many
you're
yards
starting
did he
on
get
business.
How many yards did he get yesterday?
Double or nothing.
How many yards did he get? How many yards did he get yesterday? He's got to go up against. He's got to go up against the
five
Packers
dudes in the
defense,
line of
or
scrimmage.
the Eagles defense. He's got to go up against the Eagles defense. He could easily have less than 50 in that game, and then we got to play the Commanders.
And he
could easily not get
double or
1,000.
nothing. Then let's go. Let's go.
I'm
Stand
not
on
rooting
business.
for it to
Stand on
happen.
business.
I'm not rooting for it to happen. I'm just
on
saying
business.
it's not out of the realm of possibility here. It is definitely not out of the realm of possibility. But if we get into the Eagles game, I'm telling you right now, I got a funny feeling, man.
We're gonna win that game. It's gonna be Kenny Pickett.
I have a funny feeling, man. I haven't picked the Cowboys in weeks. I'm telling you, I had a funny feeling.
You're not good at picking anyway, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Because when he is on the show, he has been winning the picks except for a couple weeks. You hear that shot across his bow when he is on the show.
I mean, it is what it is. Even the weeks that he wins or he thinks he wins, if I pull up my shit, I still beat you, baby.
No bullshit, dude.
I can prove mine, my guy.
You got bad numbers.
Mine's documented every week.
Anyway, and so what's up?
Hey, I'll tell you what. This is what I'll do. I'll give you an opportunity at double or nothing. If you beat me on the picks this week, you're out of the bet.
Oh, parlay.
If you beat me in the picks this week, you're out of the bet. But if I win, what do I want? What do I want if I win? I already got the steak. Now I got to figure out what I want. I got to figure out what I want now.
Hey, that Cowboy Up Podcast sign would look good in your new office.
Ooh, you know what?
That was a gift.
If I win, and I'm not gonna keep it, but I get the steak and I get that sign for all of next year. You want to take it or not?
I'll take it. Fuck it. I'll take that shit. Hopefully she's not listening. She had Coles.
Oh my god. Hey,
ooh, that sign's gonna look good next to my fucking shelf over here. It's gonna look nice.
Hey, congratulations. Because you said yes. I know Texas winning was awesome, but congratulations, bro. For real. Cheers.
I appreciate it, man. We've been eyeballing houses for a long time. And
they're
finally moving my ass out of this fucking apartment and into
his
fucking
neighbors
house,
saw him pull up. They're like, "Why doesn't he have a leaf blower?"
Oh no, it's gonna be like that too. I'm telling you right now. Anybody crazy coming knocking on my door, they're not gonna be happy. It's Texas, and we carry out here. It is what it is.
Hey, we gonna be
I'm
nice.
from Arizona.
We're gonna be nice. Well, look, man.
We carry with that funny smell.
We've had fun. Hey, we've had fun. Let's have even more fun, man. Look, who want to tell this story?
Oh wow.
Oh man, see, I wander around now.
How much detail are we gonna give on this story? Like, are we talking about we want the whole story?
You can do
we
whatever.
Putting our business out like that?
Hey man,
again?
Look, are we putting our business out like that?
This is a part of a year in review, right? This is actually coming up on 1 year, right?
Yeah.
We have been a podcast, right?
I can't believe it's been that long, man. It
Dude,
doesn't even feel like
it's coming up. Matter of fact, it'll be 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We had our first show. I think it was January. It was the second week in January. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, as we call ourselves Barbershop Talk, we were a part of another streaming Dallas Cowboy content show.
Yes,
a lot
we
of
were.
listeners know. So it's Barbershop Talk. And we have Barbershop Talk. We've had our moments here. We've had our side moments here. Rue and Big Fella, we've done it, but it came to a climax last year on the other podcast with the other host. And it was after New Year's. Okay, it was after New Year's. Now I remember. Now I'm recollecting everything.
I'm about to say, are you gonna get into like the video and like?
I'm more about the side
here?
conversation when they said we the talent.
I mean, shit, fuck it. I'll jump on that grenade. I don't really care. It is what it is. Honestly, the fact of the matter is, what happened on the last show, you know, when people get on their feelings, they get on their feelings. And, you know, shit happens. And basically, we were on the show. We were talking about free agency. And we were talking about the running back position last year.
I wasn't on, remember.
You were not on. But it was me and it was Mondo, 21. And we are sitting there with Chris and the host. And then we had an admin in the back. And basically, he pulls up this clip. And I'm trying to remember the running back's name. Because God bless it. Lord knows he wasn't worth remembering.
He's not even on the practice squad no more.
No, he don't even play anymore. But basically, we got presented with a highlight, which normally these highlights were fire. Normally the highlights would come out and we'd be like, all right.
Yeah, we were hyped.
You put something together on this. I like
we used to sing the song. Gary got a video. Gary got a video.
Like we were pumped.
Yeah.
And then the video came out and we all just kind of went, this guy?
Meh.
Okay, I guess, maybe. And like, you know, Mondo kind of touched on it a little bit, and then I kind of touched on it a little bit, and we just kind of touched on it a little bit, and then it got to Chris. And Chris,
he had a pause before he said it though. It's like big pun before.
Boy, I'm telling you, Chris got on. And he just told him like it was. And it was really what we were all thinking. But Chris was like, gee, what the fuck
he might
was
keep
that?
the fuck out of it.
No. But this was justified. Your shit be off the wall sometimes.
But at the end of the show, you're like, dude, he was right.
I mean, because he was right. But the fact of the matter is, the fact is, Chris came in, he gave him his flowers, right? Like, usually the video's hype, this, that, and the other. You know, gave him his flowers, and then it was, but this was bullshit. Like, I don't even know what you just showed us, but I don't even know who the hell this guy is, and I have no interest in bringing him on, and I don't even know what the hell this video was. And before he could even get into this,
it started earlier than two.
Oh no, it did start earlier, and if you go back and watch that,
and then Michigan, and he was pumping his Michigan chest too. Remember that shit?
We don't have to get into that so much, but there was some lead up to that moment. But at that moment,
he ain't innocent either, bro.
But that lead up ended up into an explosion from our host. Cut Chris off completely. Why you gotta bad talk this? Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta put down the show? This, that, and the other. If you got something to say, just say it. And Chris is like befuddled. He's like, wait a minute.
I thought this barbershop talk.
I thought this was barbershop talk. I thought I was just expressing my opinion. Like, are you gonna let me talk or not? And before you know it, he started rambling on, and then the admin came in and she was like, we don't need just trying to do whatever, but she actually just instigating the whole thing. Oh, because it was just like, just let him talk. He just trying to get across his point. Like, he didn't say nothing crazy to you. It's not like he was talking about your mama. He just said that this was a bullshit clip and that's a bullshit player, and he was right.
And you're wasting
And
our
then,
time.
of course, our admin comes to the host defense, and he's like, you know what? And Chris said, you know what? If you're not gonna let me talk, I'm fucking out.
I'm out.
Chris left. Me
and
and
this
Mondo
is where the show
stayed.
is done.
Me and Mondo stayed, but right then and there, we got the famous words. Deuces. And me
Hey, all right,
and
cool.
Mondo.
Let me finish.
Me and Mondo kind of, what? Okay. Deuces, huh?
No, see,
Okay.
all right.
And here's the thing, and I want
All
to
right,
preface
I'll go
this with this. The reason me and Mo were kind of looking side-eyed is because we know people come to this show, meaning the old show, for Chris. There's people that showed up to that show. Well, you too, motherfucker, but we're not talking about you right now. It's not always about you, Mikey. Damn. People come to this show. People come to this show for Chris. There's people in that chat that were there just because Chris put it on Facebook. Chris got these people in the show. Chris got them here, and Chris got them engaged in the show to begin with.
No lie.
So me and Mondo were like, okay.
I fucking hate
And of
Chris.
course, we finished the show. We know Chris ain't coming back. But the way it ended, basically, we finished that show, and my first phone call was to Chris. And I told Chris straight up, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what his problem was, but I'm telling you, there was some lead up to that whole situation.
Oh, I'll tell you the lead up.
If you want to get into it, because there was lead up. But I told Chris, I go where you go, baby. It is what it is. And then before you know it, Mondo, I guess, had the exact same conversation.
He called me
because I didn't even know.
He called me like 3 minutes after you hung up.
I just told him, I was like, look, bro, I'll go wherever you go, and we'll figure this out ourselves. And I don't care.
Mikey, what was your lead up to you said this?
All right, well,
let's
go to the lead up, and then we'll go to when you called me.
I don't remember all the details, but I know that there was lead up.
It was a whole day later when I found out, and then I'll tell you who the real creator of this podcast is. All right, so they came to Arizona. Mondo, Chris, me.
It goes all the way back to then.
That's where it started, G. It's exactly where it started. Well, this is where let's fucking just put it out there. It's like we put the juice out there. Let's put the juice out. Let's make this compelling and let's spill the fucking tea. So it started in Arizona at the game. We wowed. We had a good time. We had a good time. You can see our stuff all over the internet. We're the only ones with. I made shirts, which the other show's logo was my logo. I designed it, I made it, I paid for it. But that's his logo. Whatever he profits, that's his. But I made the shirts. And we were the only ones with the shirts. So it was a creativity thing. If you know us, and we said this before, we are all administrators on this. We could all make shows. You've made your retro fit Moneyline Sports show. I'm sorry if I get that wrong. I made the Fat Boy podcast with Kuiper AZ. He has had a lot of success with conversation with Chris. Something I made suggested, but it's just because we're branching off that. But we made a bond and a kinship there. Kind of the one that I used to like roll my eyes out with you and fuck y'all when y'all went to Austin. But that was my. I couldn't leave the state of Arizona. But anyway.
Get back to
that wasn't our fault, Mikey.
Insurrection.
Get back to the story. Get back to the
insurrection a little bit. No, we're going on the team.
I still want to know what the fuck happened in Arizona.
So we had a good time. And then it started with the time. And then, it started with missing shows. See, we've missed shows because Chris hasn't been on, but Chris has been usually our producer, but we've made shows. We could, if Chris is internet is down, you could log in and make the show. Mondo could do it. I could, but I've timed out of it. I've just been lazy on doing it. And we didn't have that access with the old.
No.
And as he grew, it was just his. It wasn't ours. It was never ours. So, we've had the conversations, and we made our own game day podcast called the Three Amigos Podcast. And it's pictures of Arizona on it. We made our own email on it. We made our own social media on it, and it was doing our thing, but it was never, discussed with the old show because it's our own entity. We're not beholden to nothing. You still make you were doing your own thing with Beats. Show. You were doing your own thing with Beats and those other dudes and those other clowns that you would be on those shows and all those idiots that weren't cool as us. But Chris, anyway,
is Chris the other idiot you're talking about? Because it was with Chris.
No, you're talking to me. No, I get to talk to you the same way nobody else gets to talk to you. You're my fan. Because these are my Cowboys. So anyway, and we're peeling the banana, we're pulling back the onion, and one time before the show, they're like, nice shirts. Oh, you got a podcast, and Mondo. Mondo is quiet, watching behavior, and we talk to each other, and it just started. And then it started with a lot of animosity with this guy and the other guy, and taking shots subtly, little by little. And then he was on his high horse about Michigan too, being an ass. He's being an ass. He contributed to it. He did.
His team won the national title. You think I'm gonna be friendly when we win this national title, baby?
He was obnoxious, and that's good. It's very, very fucking good. All right,
baby, now you win a title, you earn that shit. I don't care.
No. I give him props. Let's keep going. The thing about the admin. This is where they lost me, is they forced the admin down our throat. Like this admin could be one of us, had the acumen like one of us, and could mix in like one of us and argue with, and it just didn't work. But they shoved it down our throat, and that's why I didn't like it. All right, let's get to the end of your show, right? You guys had your conversation. I was working 16-hour days driving back and forth. I couldn't even watch the show. He calls me. He's like, hey, did you watch the show? I'm like, no, I didn't watch the show. He's like, for real? You didn't know what happened yesterday? I was like, no, dude, at all. So I start watching the show. They take shots of me being sensitive, first of all. And I didn't care. You guys are talking about me. You know what I'm saying? I was in a bad place last year. I ain't gonna lie. Still kind of there. And, I get here and actually watch it. And I'm watching it with Giovanna, my Giovanna. And she heard deuces when she said it, which I didn't like for shit. Plus, I didn't like the admin because who the hell are you to contribute into this show? Oh, the Sneaky G interview too. That was the real straw that broke Camel's back.
I forgot about that.
And the content's all out there. That was the biggest one because he didn't let him talk there. And Chris is too much of a big personality, a big person to shut him up. And when you try to shut him up, he shuts down and he's done. See, me, I get louder and I'm more dramatic. You know what I mean? But that's just different.
Yeah, I forgot about that Sneaky G interview. But yeah,
I did forget about that too.
Because
leave it to Mikey to remember all the fucking tea. Like, goddamn.
Don't watch. Elaborate on it, please. Elaborate on it.
Because me and Sneaky went through it, dude. I mean, we were. I mean, really not talking. Sneaky was calling me, and I was like, I ain't want nothing to do with you, bro, because I felt like he threw me up under the bus. That wasn't true, and I was really beefing with him. It was one of those dudes. It's on sight to me. That's how I felt, But then, as adults, we started talking, and everything. And once we talked it out, I mean, I was good because I'm like this, man. I let this side. So my side of this story, I know Mikey long-winded ass to tell you about everything. It basically for me is, I went on a trip to Maryland. And a buddy of mine was like, Chris, when you going to start doing your own thing? I said, man, I just love what I'm doing now. I really love it, man. And plus, I'm loyal, man. If I say we friends for life. We brothers for life. That's how I feel. So when Gary invited me on his show, everything like that, man, it was my first experience in doing podcasting. So I was loyal to him, right? So me being loyal, and I felt like I was getting treated like, I can do this shit without you. Okay, that's cool. You right. You can. But my whole thing was my buddy convinced me, hey man, you can do it yourself. So that day when that incident happened on the show, where he was just pissed off at me, period. But yeah. I was Mikey on that show. I was
but there was residue.
I was the Joker. I was the Joker. I did all that. I was matter of fact, when B2 Real was on the show, B2 Real say, man, my father loves you. He say, man, you're the entertainment of the show. He said, where's the big fella at? Where's the big fella? I love the big fella, So I always try to keep the show, because, sometimes we can start talking about football and then the X's and O's will get the audience stale, right? So I always try to add entertainment, right? I always try to add entertainment to loosen it up and everything like that. And that's what Mikey does. Now, Mikey do it just to try to start shit, but, it is what it is. But my thing was when he was so mad at me about what I said, because I was coming back with a compliment. Because like Ruth said,
that was a backhanded compliment. That was no passive aggressive.
Before all the videos were fired. And I was going to come back after I made my joke. I was getting ready to come back and just basically praise the things that used to happen. But he was upset with me. And next thing you know, we got the Cowboy Up Podcast.
All right, let me finish. Let me finish it. So that was residue, because I wanted to get your perspective about that, because that Sneaky G thing was bad. So at this time, it was very toxic on the show. Like I could feel it. And then I'd be an asshole and I'd push buttons. I was going through my own thing at the same time. And I knew it was going to happen, because we kept doing. We were present for the other show, but we were present for the Three Amigos podcast, and then he started going on Three Amigos with us. Yep. You remember? Yeah. So they saw that shit, and they smelled it in the air. So you talk to me, I'm going 90 miles an hour on I-10. And you see the show, and I'm like, no, what happened? Watch the show. And he's like, Mike, I'm not going to be on the show no more. I was like, what? Shut the fuck up, And then I was like, damn. So I'm listening to it. While I'm listening to it, they take a shot at me, all right, whatever. And I heard the blow up, and I didn't hear the blow up. So I come home. My lady has been an avid, fan of mine and supporter of mine. Like, she's fucking the best. I love her to death. But she loves the big fella for the same reason. His swag, all that stuff, whatever, gets on my nerves, whatever. Yeah. But we're sitting down, and she wanted to know, because women listen different, they investigate different, they check mannerisms, they check tones, they check all that shit, right? And when she said deuces, right, that was already a slap in the face to our boy. But there was one more subtle shot the host said, and then there was a ugly piece, and it didn't end in a deuces, it ended on a piece. And when my lady Giovanna pointed that out to me, I was done. I was gonna be done regardless, but I was done. And when she pointed that out, and then I recorded it, sent it, made a new thread that we have now. That is the thread. It was done. The show was done, and the creator of the Cowboy, y'all named it the Cowboy Up Podcast. When we were under the Three Amigos, that's where we're gonna go off, was Giovanna. Hey. Straight the fuck up.
What's up, Cowboy Corner? What's going on, man? We were telling the people the backstory of how the Cowboy Up Podcast began.
Yeah, no, great stuff.
All on that business.
On the link. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, I did. I invited him again. I guess he could come on again.
Ironically, I probably have
Yeah.
more minutes on the Cowboy Up podcast this year than Mikey does.
Hey man, I'm a journeyman. I'm collecting my hours, bro.
Damn, Mikey.
I'm a journeyman.
I'm a journeyman.
I don't know if you call part-timers journeymen.
Hey,
As electricians,
hey, Rue, don't you love when the two mics get together and they clash? Dude, there's nothing like it.
Oh, it's good shit. It's
it's
always
great.
entertaining.
I like
It's always
Sanchez.
entertaining.
I like Sanchez's voice. Like he sounds like the most shit kicker Mexican Texan I know. For real.
What do you mean by shit kicker? You mean that he wear boots and he's a country
No,
guy?
it's his voice. He's country as hell. Like I wish I had that voice. See, I have this high cholo northern Mexican voice. You could tell I eat tacos and like menudo, and I'm getting to unwrap tamales.
So, hey, Cowboy Corner, I don't know if this is a compliment or not. I don't know. I'll let you
I'm trying to figure it out.
You know what? Cowboy Corner, like I really dissected all the stuff he puts out. He's badass, man. Follow Cowboy Corner for real.
Hey, it's funny, and let's talk about it. Now we're gonna give Cowboy Corner some flowers. Let me give him some flowers, right? So we all kind of met on internet on this thing here, all right? Well, that's how we truly all of us met, right? And I used to listen to him, and it used to drive me so fucking batty about the things he would say about the Cowboys, and I was just. But then I had to control my own self because I was like, every Cowboy fan don't think the same. We cheer for the same star, but we think differently. That's how I always wanted our show to be a 4-man crew or at least 3 because we all think differently. So when I would talk to Mike, man, me and Mike would text and call each other and have an hour-long conversation about the Cowboys, and we got 2 totally different perspectives of what we both watched. Okay? So that's why I was like, I would always invite Mike. I said, Mike, you can come on our show whenever the hell you want to, or whenever Mikey's not mad at you. Okay? And you can bring your perspective anytime. And has that not been the truth, Cowboy Corner?
Oh, 1,000%. And big shout out to Armando because I didn't get on TikTok till like after COVID. I was late to the trend. And so I was like, let me see what TikTok's about. So that's when I got on TikTok. And then I got into this TikTok cowboy algorithm and I didn't like it. I was like, oh, hell no, get me off this side of TikTok because there was just a lot of delusional talk. And there still is, but I've managed my TikTok to where I get the real Cowboy fans and not the delusional.
Right.
And so Mikey, you're safe. All right, you're safe. I still get your content. And so I followed Armando because I liked some of the skits that he did. And then he was doing a live, so I popped in. And Armando didn't know me from Adam. He didn't even know I had a YouTube. He didn't my Twitter, nothing. So he was like, hey, you guys gotta go to the Cowboy Up Podcast. So I went to the Cowboy Up Podcast and watched y'all show. It was the Cowboy Huddle. It was the Cowboy Huddle.
Hey, we don't say
And
that
then I
anymore.
went to watch y'all show. I was like, dude, these guys remind me of what we used to do back in the day with the round table. Yeah. I was like, there's so much energy. They complement each other. Their points are not like the delusional TikTok. Because when you guys told me all y'all are from TikTok, I said, oh, shit. Yeah. But you guys, I'm glad I found y'all because that other TikTok Cowboy fan base was out of the world, right?
There, yeah, it could get out there.
Armando, if it wasn't for his live that day, at that moment, I wouldn't have found you guys at all.
Dan, that's funny. It's the same way with me.
Yeah. I let me see. And how Rue got on the show.
Yeah,
Rue
got on the show.
About
I got on the show because I was talking shit.
He was talking trash, and he said that Carr was better than Prescott. And
that's not what started it. That's not what started it.
No, that's how me and you started talking because I commented on your video, and we started going back and forth.
No, but that wasn't the video. You're forgetting something.
Which one was
So
it?
what happened was Cowboy Beat made a video about Ezekiel Elliott.
Mm-hmm.
And I stitched the video talking about Zeke is washed and he should be gone and Pollard should be starting. This is the year before Pollard was the starter.
Right.
And they tore into my ass about that one.
He was right as fuck.
I was right. I don't even care. I was right.
You were.
But then this was the year that Derek Carr took the Raiders to the playoffs with bits and pieces of a team that was getting arrested like every other week. And I was impressed with what I saw. And they asked me, where does Dak Prescott rank amongst quarterbacks? And I said, for me, he's 11, maybe 10. That's where I had him at. I had him at 11, maybe 10.
Lower.
And I had, at that moment, I had Derek Carr right in front of him. And everybody gave me shit. Even you, Corner, gave me shit for that one. Which I was wrong, because Derek Carr probably won't be here next year. And Dak Prescott just got another fucking contract and is the highest paid player in the NFL.
Mistake, though.
So
Let's admit it.
you have to be determined. You have to be determined.
But look, let's put a bow on it real quick. Let's put a bow on it. So it happened fast, and it did. It's going on a year, and we appreciate everybody that's liked, subscribed. All the numbers that we do have, they're authentic numbers. They're not bot numbers. They're not enhanced numbers. And we appreciate people that are always on. Cowboy Babe, WWE guy, Corner, his followers. Like, we appreciate the regulars that we have. And all we're doing, like, Chris is him as a producer in the start to now. It's a ridiculous thing. It's gone. We got our own, our own theme songs coming on. We've got a lot of support, and we appreciate everybody that has gone on. We had Brock Hoffman on this motherfucker. Like, that is the coolest thing, and for him to catch fire and be the talk of Cowboy, of Cowboys weeks recently, and us to have him on, and then of course, our Mimbo, our good looking, our Mondo, our the face of what the Cowboy Up Podcast is. Like, he's not here, and I take a shot because again, I can't stand them too. Anyway, so we appreciate you guys doing it and being here, and all I say is, if you have your Cowboy friends and your Cowboy parties, ask them to like, subscribe, your friends, because if you like this, tell your friends about us.
All right, Corner. Go ahead, Corner.
Let me add on to that. And big shout out to all you guys for nailing the Brock Hoffman interview. Not only did you have him on the show, it was really good topics. And kudos to you guys. You didn't let that get to your heads.
No.
There's other things. There's other people that do player interviews, and their ego shoots up here, and they're completely different. So, big shout out to you guys for keeping it a buck, keeping it 100, and putting out a good quality interview with Brock Hoffman.
Yeah, man. And that's about the year in review, man. That interview took a lot of time to happen, right? I felt like a teenage girl. I was in that man DM so much, and
Flying with me.
Dude, he was cool. He started following us, man. It was one show we did, and we were praising him about something, and his podcast, the 8th Round Podcast, right? And we used
8th Rounders.
Y'all go follow the 8th Man Podcast, 8th Round Podcast, man. Our man Brock Hoffman. Hey, man, tell him to come on the Cowboy Up. Matter of fact, if y'all follow him on TikTok, tell him to come on the Cowboy Up Podcast. 24 hours later, he friended me. He friended 21. He friended Rue. Didn't he friend you, Mikey? He friended all of us on TikTok, right? So now I'm in, right? So I was like, okay, because on TikTok, you can only send somebody 3 messages if y'all not friends, right? I was down
Tell me about it.
I was down to my last message. That's when he friended us. So now we're talking back and forth on TikTok. He was supposed to come on that week of the draft show, right?
I think wasn't it the first week of
the draft? Because remember, I was like, man, I think I got him. Well, something came up. He had to get out of town. So what I would do every other week, I would say, hey, bro, we still love to have you on. Still love to have you on. So every once in a while, they say, yeah, I got you. That was the only thing I got. I got you. I got you. So this was a week before training camp. Brock Hoffman, they say, man, I'm good this week. What day you want to do it? I said, man, we go on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. We won't hold you long, man. Just give us as much time as you got. He say, bet. Here's my email address. He was on time. He was there. He was engaged.
He stayed for a minute.
He laughed. Mikey killed it. Mikey killed the interview because we could have kept him another 30 minutes, but he said something about a porn star.
Well, I said with a name like Brock Hoffman, the porn star name. And Pork Rue, we had to calm him down.
I was like,
Rue over research. Rue over research.
Because
Mike was on the show.
I learned about his ass, and I was like, shit, man. I was rumbling through my shit, man.
Hey,
I'd kill to do that one again.
Hey, but the Mr. Nasty Time thing, what I wanted to convey, like, that's awesome. It's awesome that it got to Jesse Holly. It's awesome that it's gone back to the Hanging with the Boys podcast. It's became his own narrative, and I love Mr. Nasty Time, bro, and I love that shit that it came from this.
So our year in review went from having maybe one or two people join us to just collabing with Cowboy Corner, his show, collabing with us, to Cowboy Can Fan Show, even Jay Tuck come on with his audience. I mean, we
can't forget the Rookie of the Year moment. Kuiper AZ. I hate that is fucking.
Once again, Mikey won't let me finish a fucking montage.
God damn, give him a minute, Mikey.
Once the fucking again. I mean, I'm going down the list of shit that we did this year. It's called Year in Review. I was still in April, goddammit.
Give him a minute, dude. Let him get there. Shit.
You're watching the Cowboy podcast. So like, subscribe.
To our first ever mock draft we did together, to our first ever draft show where Kuiper AZ was born. Okay, he was just a Mondo then. I said no, he is Kuiper AZ. The AZ who's from Arizona. Did he pick? Was it 15 out of 18 in the first round?
Bro,
that
kid picked probably 22 picks like in a row.
Yeah.
And we got through the first 10, and then he was like, all right, it's gonna be this guy or this guy, but I think they're gonna go with this guy, and then bam, that guy would come off the board. It was like, oh, they're taking this dude, and then boom, that dude come off the board. It's like, oh, they're taking this dude, and then boom, he came off the board. I was just like, somebody put a parlay together on this shit. This fool's gonna be rich.
And the only bad thing about that night, his mic was bad. His mic was bad because I was trying to break it down to make a montage, right, of all his picks hitting, but his mic was going in and out, and you couldn't hear him. But that's how the player personnel of the Cowboy Up Podcast began. Okay, so. Hey man, we've had so much fun this year, man. Just trying to get this show off the ground, man. I wanted this to be our year in review show because it's around the holidays. Rue's about to move. I'm in Texas. I'm just, we're just trying to get something on content. So we figured we'd do it tonight, right? But man, I always shout out to 21. And his wife, man, they're awesome, man. Happy holidays to them. Man, everybody, man, shout out to my man Rue. He just bought his new house, man. Hey, man, shout out to Rue. Hey, and y'all know it wouldn't be a show unless somebody is always killing their mic and their camera, because he's never never 100% here. I will take a 50% Mikey every day because I love it.
Right when you get to him, he took off.
Hey,
Like, where you go?
It's always gonna be shots because this is a barbershop talk. Okay, if you can't handle the shots, this is the wrong damn show for you.
Y'all gave it to him, so I got to give it to him too. Corner, I tell you what, man, I don't agree with you about everything. There's a lot of things that I think we do agree on, but ultimately, man, when it comes to the knowledge,
yeah,
dude, you know your shit. You know your shit. I love that because if there's a player on this roster, there isn't anybody on practice squad this motherfucker don't know about. I'm telling you right now, like Corner knows this team inside and out, and I pride myself on knowing the stats and knowing the players of this team. But this motherfucker will put me to shame at times because I'm like, shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, well, I do appreciate it too, man, because that was some of our conversations, man, over the phone, man, deep in the roster. I mean, players that we wouldn't even talk about on the show, but me and Mike will get into it. We get into it, man, because we love ball. We love it, dude. It's just nothing about football I don't love. Okay, just like I got the damn Pack game on now. We know it's a garbage game. I got it on.
What's the count?
It's 24-0 Pack. So it is what it is, man. So whoever subscribed to us this year, thank you. Whoever come on the show, thank you, man. When I say, man, the logo was given to us. Okay, this and hold on, I'm on. He did that logo. So, man, we've been having gifts, man. People have given us things, man, just for free. We appreciate everything, man. Everything we got. And hey, man, like I always tease all the fellas, I say, as your tribal chief of the Cowboy Up Podcast, acknowledge me. Acknowledge the big fella. Well, whenever Mikey get back on, we can pick some damn games. But hey, before that, go ahead, Carter. Go ahead.
He's scared. That light coming over here to Austin, baby.
Go ahead, Carter.
So no, appreciate the love there, Rue. And I remember when you guys first started all this, I would have my notepad because y'all would go through y'all's topics and y'all would send the link out the last 30 minutes to an hour. And then if you had anything to talk about, so you guys would be on topic, right? On topic. And I'd be like, no, that's not right because of da-da-da-da. And then here comes Rue's talking point, and he would say what I wrote down, so I have to scratch it out. Can't talk about that. And then y'all go to a next talking point. And, no, you can't do that because of da-da-da. And then here comes Rue. No, can't talk about that. So, long story short, we agree most out of anybody on this show, whether that's Mondo, Big Fella, AZ, Kuiper, anybody, me and you, Rue, believe it or not, 90% agree with each other most of the time. So
I think the only hang up that we have is Dak Prescott.
There's no hang
because, well, between us,
we're going to be on the same top. We're going to be on the same page.
Maybe. But I'm still hoping that you're wrong.
I've been hoping I was wrong since 2019.
You're wrong.
I've been hoping I was wrong since 2019.
I wish he would get off that ledge too, Rue, but he won't. He is there. He has already jumped. There's no parachute. It's no parachute. We've even had private conversations where I'm trying to get him back on number 4 side, and it just ain't happening. Hey, it won't. You know that saying
it won't happen until we see him in an NFC title game. It won't happen.
Hey, when somebody say when you're done, you're done. That's where Cowboy Corner is right now. He's done.
I've been getting that way since 2019, dog. Since 2019.
You got to understand, man. Throughout the first half of this season, I was pissed off at Dak Prescott. I was mad. I mean, the man was not playing well. The man has not been playing well all year. Like Cooper Rush, arguably, has played better than him throughout this season. If we really look, if we break down the stats between this year, between what Dak Prescott did in his 7 games compared to Cooper Rush has outplayed him. And it's sad to say because Cooper Rush is a backup quarterback in this league. Cooper Rush literally accomplished something that Dak Prescott has never accomplished in his entire career against the Buccaneers. He won a game where his team did not rush for more than 50 fucking yards.
Yeah. No. Look,
Dak has never done that. The playoff game, like whoa.
Dak has never.
Roll the hell down. What the hell did I just walk into? Like, shit, right now we're just fucking kumbayaing and I'm sorry, it's Christmas and shit. But then, see, this is why I don't like Mike on the show. This is that shit.
Mikey, you weren't even here paying attention.
You didn't even hear what
Kiss
I
my
said.
ass. You didn't even hear how this even started.
That was funny, right? See,
no, it wasn't.
We're happy
just
that
came
you're
in
back.
talking shit. Just came in talking shit. Heard one thing.
No.
Like,
I come in with the emphasis of he did something that Dak Prescott didn't
Next
do
time he's got to
against the
sit there and
Buccaneers.
just listen, Mikey.
Because he's never done it. Dak
Just
Prescott
listen.
has never won a game where he didn't get more than 50 yards rushing.
Well, look at the numbers of the playoff game. Tom Brady's last game. I don't think we
Who
ran the
cares?
fucking
Show
ball
me
there.
Dak Prescott's numbers in the first half of the last playoff game.
No,
Dude,
what
when
Mikey
you got
Go-
a
go
dagger,
for it.
you
Honestly,
honestly,
Mikey,
the guy at
Mikey,
Mortal Kombat,
Mikey,
that would go B,
Mikey,
B,
Mikey,
D,
Mikey.
B.
Since you brought it up, go ahead and Google it because I guarantee you we got more than 50 yards.
what Mikey
100%.
Right now, I'm gonna.
He's
Google
referring to the Tampa
your
Bay
argument.
game. He said, the Tampa Bay playoff game, how many yards did we rush for?
We got more than 50. I guarantee it.
That's what he was asking.
I guarantee you we got more than 50. And you know how I know? Because I'm pretty sure Tony Pollard went off in that game.
Dak Prescott went off on that game.
He did too. He had 3 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah. So
He might have had 4.
do y'all wanna well, I know y'all want to pick some games because they got a hell of a bet going, Cowboy Corner. This is a double or nothing this week. It's a double or nothing bet going on between those two.
What's the bet?
So basically,
So I've already won. So I've got all I have to lose is the stake. Because I've already won my stake because I told him that Brandon Cooks wasn't going to have 750
if he was a gentleman,
yards.
he'd be like, you know what, Mike? We couldn't anticipate, the quarterback going down. We couldn't anticipate this guy
Dios
going
mío,
to New
didn't
York
stop CD
and
Lamb.
getting a shitty
Didn't stop CD
screen
Lamb.
Fire,
and
Mikey.
fucking himself
CD Lamb.
over. But no, I wouldn't get that.
Didn't
You know
stop
why I
CD
do
Lamb,
it?
did it?
Because I'm dealing
Didn't
with
stop CD
Persian
Lamb.
hummus. Like we have
Didn't
right
stop CD Lamb.
frijoles, and that's Persian hummus.
Hey,
First
you're
of
still
all-
going to ride this Dak train till his wheel literally falls off. We're talking about
I'm trying to make the show, Michael.
I'm talking about a 31-year-old quarterback that has lower body injuries. You think it's going to get better? It's only going to get worse.
I'm getting surgery because of lower body injury.
Right. Yeah, keep getting surgeries at 31 years old because your lower body can't hold up. Ask Romo how his back's doing.
well,
Did you
Ouch.
mention Tony Romo?
Ouch.
Tony Romo's not allowed in the show, bro. He's not.
I'm bringing up a reference point to a quarterback that played for the Cowboys. I'm not bringing up Josh Allen. I'm not bringing up Tom Brady. I'm giving you reference points about who played for those stars behind me. That's on your head.
And you know what? I'm suspicious. Suspicious. It's making me think a lot. Reference. Does he have this injury before?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No,
he had the ankle.
No, it
he had
does
the
matter.
calf.
It's valor.
He was
Valor. Like it's a Darius Daniel
off the bone for that matter.
off the
Lower
bone.
injury quarterback. He threw a football and hurt his calf. He threw a football and tore a hamstring muscle off the bone. He ever since his ankle was north,
Untouched.
south, east, and west. His lower body said, "Oh, I'm out." He can't even run. Dak's supposed to be a mobile quarterback.
I'm convinced your Creole ass with your accent has a voodoo doll.
Creole. I don't think you know what Creole is.
I don't think so either.
Hey,
I don't think you know what Creole is.
all that kumbaya shit just went out the window. Soon as
All
y'all
of it.
arguing
It's
about
gone.
Mikey came in and started it.
we're not.
And
Hey,
this is why we love this show.
That's why I like Mikey on the
Did
show.
you pull
y'all.
up the stat yet? Can you pull up the damn stat since you wanted to
I'm
argue
getting
about
text
it?
right now, man. I'm
Oh,
getting
so you're not
text.
even looking
I'm
up
trying
the
to
damn
see
stat.
if this
You're over here
coach
sending
first is
emails
getting
and
where it
shit.
needs to go. All right, calm the hell down.
all right. Well,
I'd pull up the stat myself, but I can't right now.
we'll talk about that later. All right, let's pick some damn games to end the show.
Here we go.
Y'all-
Here we go.
Are y'all keeping up with y'all's records throughout the year?
I have mine.
Hey,
Go to
My
ESPN
percentage is
Pick'ems
off the
and you
chain.
can,
I'm the
you
king.
can do it on
I'm
there
the
next
best
year.
here. I'm
Yeah.
the best.
I need to add it up. I just because you remember I moved in the middle of the season and we missed the weeks that we didn't do when the guys wasn't, some people wasn't here, including myself.
Hey, I feel like we're talking about Dak. A bunch of excuses coming in.
All right, Christmas. We have Christmas Day game. We have
My blood pressure's up. I can't see.
the Kansas City.
I'll type it in the chat.
The Kansas City Chiefs versus the Pittsburgh Steelers on Christmas Day.
Where's the records of last pick? Oh, there was none. My bad.
Yeah, we didn't have any.
Check the
Remember?
private chat. That's my all-time record this year.
So
Hey, your first fucking picks were booty juice. You lost your football card. I remember like a motherfucker.
Mikey, you need to lose your buffet card. Quit going to that buffet. Go ahead.
Oh, dude, that's how you lost this argument. Talking about my physical shit. Next time you're gonna talk about.
For the love
money,
of God,
dude.
can we do these picks? Can we do the picks, please? Chris,
Good thing
hit
my
it,
woman
baby. Come
loves
on.
a good supple man. Good supple man. She's warm as fuck.
all right.
You lucky it's wintertime, goddamn.
So all
It
right.
was 70 fucking 8 degrees.
Now,
It was
Rube,
winter time.
Would you stop?
Rue, since
Yeah.
you already winning the bet, you go first. Okay.
I got
who
Kansas City.
You got Kansas City. Mikey, who you got?
Pittsburgh at home. Going Pittsburgh.
I'm going Pittsburgh. Mikey, who you going?
There's one.
Kansas City.
Who you got? I didn't hear you, Mike.
Kansas City. Be quiet, Mikey.
Dude, every time I pick, I
Wait,
win,
where's
bro.
your pick?
I don't know
Where's
what
your
fucking
pick,
shit to be,
Chris?
bro. I'm
I
the shit.
said,
The
I
numbers
said
don't lie.
Pittsburgh.
You took Pittsburgh too?
Yeah, just because they're at home. That's it. All right, we got the Baltimore Ravens versus those hated Houston Texans on Christmas night. Rue, who you got?
Give me the runner-up MVP, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, Mikey.
Same.
I'm gonna take Houston. Corner.
That Houston Texans isn't going to stop Derrick Henry. I'm going to go Baltimore.
All right. Okay, we got the Seattle Sea Chickens, man, versus those Chicago Bears who continually shit the bed on Thursday night football. Rue, who you got?
I didn't check last week, but every home team has won Thursday night. I think that trend ends this week. Give me the Seahawks.
All right, Mikey.
Bears.
I'm gonna take the Sea Chickens. Corner.
Seahawks.
All right. Saturday game, the LA Chargers versus the New England Patriots. Rue, who you got?
New England looked pretty good, but just like last week, they're not going to have enough to win. Give me the Chargers. They need to win more.
520.
Harbaugh's.
All right, I'm gonna take Harbaugh too. Corner.
I'm gonna pick the Chargers.
All right. Another Saturday game. Those Broncos versus those it ain't the Bayou Bengals, but it is the Bengals. Saturday.
Good game.
I think this is gonna be a fire game. Rue, who you got?
This one's so hard. This one's so hard only because I don't know if their Denver defense is going to be able to slow down Cincinnati. Denver's coming off an ugly loss too. They were supposed to win that game. Just came off an ugly loss. Still fighting for a playoff spot. Cincinnati's sneakily fighting for a playoff spot too. They need to win out. I got to go defense in December, man. Give me Denver.
All right. 520.
Everywhere else, the scenic route, the back route, everywhere. fucking Bayou, the Bengals.
Give me the Bengals. Corner.
Give me the Broncos.
The Broncos. All right.
Playoffs are at stake here.
Okay, the Arizona Cardinal who shit the fucking bed last week. To keep pace.
Poor Papas.
Dude, to keep pace to try to get in the playoffs, and they lose to those Carolina Panthers. Rue, who you got? The Cardinals or the Rams? And the Rams are on fire right now.
The only thing Arizona can do is play spoiler, but I love the Rams right now. Give me the Rams.
All right, 520.
Rams.
I'm gonna take the Rams too. Corner.
Sean McVay and the Rams.
All right. All right. The Prairie Kittens trying not to get the number 1 pick by winning. And against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who lost to those lovely Dallas Cowboys this last Sunday night. They're in Tampa Bay. Rue, who you got?
Give me Baker Mayfield and them Bucks, man. Bounce back week. Gotta have it.
All right, 520.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Corner.
Give me the Panthers.
Panthers. All right. Okay. The New York Jets. Didn't they win last week?
Sure didn't.
Oh, they lost, huh? Okay.
They lost.
Yeah, their general managers be playing fucking Madden.
All right. The Jets versus the Buffalo Bills trying to get that number 1 seed, man. They're in Buffalo, man. Rue, who you got?
Buffalo got their trap game out the way. I don't think they'll play that ugly again. Give me Buffalo. The Jets are a disaster.
All right, 520.
Same.
Give me Josh Allen. Who you got, corner?
Bills.
Bills.
And I ain't talking $100.
All right, the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Giants who trying to get Shedeur Sanders really bad. Jesus, they look terrible. Rue, who you got?
Give me the Colts. The Giants are purposely losing these games.
Yeah.
There's no shot. Give me the
10
Colts.
straight losses, bro. First time in franchise history. 10
About to be
straight.
11.
Or sneaky.
All right, 520.
Taylor.
All right, give me the Colts. Corner.
Give me Shedeur Sanders to the Giants. The Colts are winning this.
All right. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the New Orleans Saints. This is a sleeper game for me. I'm not even going to peep in on this one. But got to pick them. Rue, who you got?
So this is the dumpster fire met the shits on fire. Go ahead and give me Aiden O'Connell and the Raiders.
All right. 520.
Who dat?
Yeah, give me who dat at home, even though they're getting their ass spanked right now by Green Bay. Corner, who you got?
Give me the Saints.
All right. Tennessee Titans versus those Prairie Kittens of Jacksonville. Rue, who you got? Your favorite player. Your favorite.
Levis.
He don't even play. They're playing Rudolph.
Amen.
Will Levis is a piece of that dude sucks. That dude should have never been drafted. Tennessee's defense is better though. Like there's so
Mac
much
Jones.
better on defense. God damn. Give me Jacksonville at home.
All right. 520.
Tank Dell.
I didn't hear
Tank
you.
Dell.
Tank Bigsby, excuse me.
I'm about to say Tank Dell played for Houston, dog.
Jacksonville, excuse me.
All right, give me Jacksonville. Who you got? I'm sorry. Corner, who you got?
Jacksonville, and I'm pulling Mikey's football card. He can't even say Jacksonville.
That's a fucking Spanish thing because I'm first generation.
First generation losing his football card.
All right.
Dude, we could go past this shit. I whoop
We're
your ass.
going on to Miami and Cleveland. Miami versus Cleveland. Rue, who you got?
Give me the Dolphins.
All right. 520. It's in the cold.
Yeah. Let's go with the Lord.
Yeah, give me the Lord too.
Really?
That's what we call Jameis Winston, the Lord. The Lord.
He's not even playing. It's going to be Taylor.
It don't matter. Miami's in the cold.
Yeah, they don't play good in the cold.
Who you got, corner?
Give me how Shakira says that. Miami.
All right, Miami. All right, this is going to be a wonderful game. The Green Bay Packers versus those Minnesota Vikings. Sunday night football in the inside. Man, I wish Minnesota had an outdoor stadium, but they in the cozy confines. Rue, who you got?
I have been waiting for this chariot to turn into a pumpkin, and it won't happen, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I got Minnesota winning, and for all you bettors out there, plus 500 to win the NFC. See the Vikings in the Super Bowl.
All right, 520.
Let's go with Prince.
You going with Prince? All right, I'm going Minnesota too. Corner, who you got?
Give me Minnesota.
All right.
Is that a sweep? Yeah, everybody took Minnesota.
Yeah, everybody took Minnesota. All right, ATL all of a sudden is in first place in their division, thanks to the Cowboys, and Washington is still battling for that wild card position. This is going to be a good game too. They are in Washington, and ATL can't play outside. So, Rue, who you got?
You know, Penix played a good game. Penix played a really good game, or a decent game. I wouldn't say really good. He played a decent game.
Bijan had a fucking good game.
If they don't get those 2 touchdowns off of picks, they don't score nearly as many points. I gotta go Commanders here. I got more faith in Daniels right now.
All right, 520.
Charmanders.
All right, give me the Commanders also. Corner.
This is Dan Quinn's first time as a head coach playing the team that fired him as their head coach. Dan Quinn wants his revenge. Give me the Commanders.
All right. This is going to look. This, hey, before the season started, this looked like a real good game.
Nice.
It would have been nice. The Niners are banged up. They have no one. But they're in San Francisco. They're at home. They do play at least decent at home. But Detroit is out to embarrass everybody they play. Rue, who do you got?
Cross-country trip ain't going to matter here. Give me the Lions.
520.
Axel Foley.
Give me the Lions. Corner, who you got?
The Lions.
All right. And at high noon Central Standard Time, we have your Dallas Cowboys versus those hated, punk-ass, trick-ass, green booger-wearing, nasty-ass, raw-ass, cheesesteak eating ass, grimy ass. They only fictional character in the world that they think won the national boxing championship is Rocky. That's their theme song. Fuck them to the end. What do you got, Drew?
Puppy ass.
I would feel better about this game had they not just lost a really ugly game against the Commanders. I have this feeling that we're going to win, but I just don't know if our offense is going to be able to produce enough. Give me the Eagles.
All right. I need a score.
I'm going to go. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. It's going to be outside. Weather's probably shitty in Pennsylvania. I'm going to go 24-13 Eagles.
24-13 Eagles. All right, 520.
We don't know what's going to happen with Jalen Hurts. He's frail as shit. He's not the reason they win. And last time we played them, every time we play Saquon Barkley, we have his ass. He don't do shit with us. But with their luck, he's going to pull a hamstring. Honestly, this is the way things go. This is where the pumpkin comes out. And like you guys said, Cooper Rush is the new thing. Cooper Rush, the way they're playing for Cooper Rush, the way they're calling plays for Cooper Rush. But Rico's going to do his thing. 21-20, Brandon Aubrey. 19-20, Brandon Aubrey, Dallas Cowboys. For the dub.
All right. I am with you, man. I will never pick the Eagles for beating us. I don't give a damn if we 0 and 1,000. I'll never pick the Eagles to beat us. Cowboys will win the game. Cowboys 23, Eagles 17. All right, corner, who you got?
You know, cold weather for my quarterback, Cooper Rush, isn't a problem. He grew up in Michigan, played for Central Michigan over there.
Chippewa.
Cooper Rush, my quarterback. So cold weather is not a factor for my quarterback, Cooper Rush. I say we win this game 35-17. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you
All
see
right.
that white liquid? It doesn't bubble.
Hey, real quick. What was Mikey's final score for the game?
It was 19-20.
19-20.
19-20.
19-20?
20-19. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So here's the deal, Mikey. We got 6
We shook
picks
already. There's
that
no
are-
more deal.
Would you just listen to what the fuck I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's 6 picks that we have that are different. So there's 6 picks. If we go 3-3 in that matchup, I've got a total of 37. You've got a total of 39. If it's 38 as the total, we push. We push at 38, which means I still get my stake and the bet is off. But if it goes over 39, you win. If it's under 37 or under, I win. Assuming that we split those 6 games 3-3.
They've never been close in these picks. I'm gonna beat your ass by a landslide.
We shall see.
Always.
I feel
all
really
the
good
episodes.
about the 6
I
I
win
took
all
compared to
the
the 6
time.
you took. I'm telling you right now, I feel really good about my 6
I-
against
I-
your 6.
I love when they go at it. It's so freaking awesome. I do love it. All right, Rue, you got any final thoughts, baby?
I just want to say, man, let me finish, bitch, before you jump
Hey,
in.
no.
I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. But
I love
let
you,
me
bro.
finice, damn it.
I love
Let
you,
me
bro.
finish. You,
Hey, man, I love you, man.
You ended up agreeing with what I was gonna say anyway. But anyway,
You can't get sarcasm for shit at all. It just went over your head, bro. Anyway, go.
bullshit. You got on your feelings with that one, and I
Let
understand
him
why.
do
I'm
his
not mad at
final
you.
He's real fast.
Can he do his final thoughts?
Either way, ultimately, my biggest final thought: Scum Devils go down on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Longhorns reign supreme. Take down that crown. We're one more step to that national title. Can't wait for that. Can't wait to see it. And at the end of the day, man, Merry Christmas to all of you and happy mother loving New Year, man. It's been a hell of a year. It's been a fun, and I can't wait to do it again next year. And hopefully we have some better product on the field so we can talk a little more shit.
A lot of scores on the field.
All right, Mikey, your final thoughts.
Man, I love all y'all. I always tell you guys, I'm probably the most I am the sensitive, more sentimental one here. And when we start years or we start seasons, I always am grateful that I could do it with y'all. You know what I mean? Like, we live our house lives, our existence, you know, with this, and then we work and we grind. Congratulations, ruin your house. Just get to another year. And I'm just extremely grateful. And then followers, subscribers, just keep on with us as we grow. We appreciate all of that. And it's the slings and arrows of being a Cowboy fans. It's the drama. It's the trauma. It's all of that wrapped into it. And you know what? Thank you for the cleansing of this shit year, because we needed it. The fucking TV breakers, the jersey burners, get the fuck off. Because we know who the real ones are, and the real ones are listening to this podcast. And I love all y'all. Bear down and Cowboy up.
All right.
Deuces.
Corner. Your final thoughts, Corner.
No, appreciate you guys. I haven't done a show, oh my gosh, almost in a month. So this is like my first time on a camera in quite some time.
You're all tight.
So big shout out to you guys. Cowboy Up Podcast. I'm just happy to see where you guys are at, where you guys are gonna go in 2025. There's visualizing big things for you guys. All right, just a little bit of advice for Mikey. Next time you interview a player, do not eat your food in front of the player.
It's called a shtick. It's niche.
That's my only advice. And you guys are awesome. You guys are great. Keep it up.
All right. say, man, I always love this, man, because you know when we came up with the Cowboy Up Podcast, man, it was really truly about having a good time with the fellas, talking about our Cowboys, and man, getting into it, man, whether it's about the Cowboys or if it's about Mikey eating his wings while we interviewing Brock Hoffman, or if him interrupting Rue when Rue's on point, or if he storms off the show because he think I cut his mic off too soon because we can't hear nobody else talk. All this stuff we love about our show. Okay, the dysfunctionalness of our show is what I love the most. Okay, and man, shout out to 21.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out to Rue. Shout out to Mikey, and of course, man, always our special guest. Oh, also our player personnel director, Kuiper AZ. He couldn't make it tonight. Shout out to him, man. Everybody who made this show jump this year, we do appreciate you. And we want to wish y'all a Merry, Merry Christmas. And man, y'all be safe out there. So, as we always say here at the Cowboy Up Podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Thank you, guys.
You supposed to say
Puro Beach Cowboys.
You supposed to say
Puro Beach Cowboys.
I'm on, man.
I'm all sentimental, bro.
Yeah, we've been doing this before you can. Let me start over. Take two. As we always say on this show, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Puro Beach Cowboys.
Peace.
Too much baby oil. Too much fun.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE. Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up to them? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. Excited.
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I tweeted.
Hey, man. Hey,
videos, dancing.
Hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. First day of pass. Say, man, you know, we all play, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the fact, but tomorrow tells the truth. I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to, spread shit and eating wings and
motherfucker sprinting.
Calm down.
Calm
down, Mikey.
Ready to podcast.
Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You come out with the Waterburger in and out, right?
We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, you know, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. You know, don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. You know, if you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.